Here in the Vine Center on a Tuesday night where the Flames come away with a 3-point win over the High Point Panthers, 55-52, the final score. Alongside Paul Nazigan, my name is Nick Pierce, here to break it all down for you. As Liberty now improves to 13-2 in the Big South, 7 straight wins for the Flames. Big three down the stretch with 10 seconds left for Ryan Kemwright. That wound up being the difference in this ball game. He finished with 21 points here this evening. Also 13 from Lavelle Cabell as the Flames, on a night, Paul, where the shots really weren't falling for them, 7 for 27 from deep. They still found a way with their defense and some clutch shots that mattered to get it done.
Yeah, and it was also interesting how different guys stepped up throughout the course of that game. You know, you mentioned Lavelle Cabell, 13 points, all of those coming in the first half when really nothing else was really clicking. Maio Baxter-Bell kind of got in some quick foul trouble, and so Lavelle kind of carries them. And then in the second half, Lavelle doesn't score, but Ryan Kemwright steps up, has 16 of his 21 in the second half, none bigger than the one in the corner that kind of sealed it, but even a few possessions earlier, comes off a great screen at the top of the key, great pass by John Dawson for them to just, for him to hit another one. So they got just enough when it counted.
And 5 assists tonight also for A.C. Reed, who also had a little bit of an off night shooting as well. And really just collectively the Flames weren't consistently themselves offensively, but this is why we talk about it so important when the shots aren't falling for that defense, for that pack line to be working.
Yeah, and it really was. I mean, and we knew the game was going to kind of be a defensive battle. High Point is just a great defensive team as well, the top 2 teams in the conference defensively. So we weren't expecting a lot of scoring, but Liberty did struggle. But as this team has done, guys have found other ways to contribute, to keep things going. You talk about AC's 5 assists. Great job there moving the ball around. Rebounding was huge tonight.
Yeah, rebounded them.
Yeah, and again, in a category that a lot of times Liberty's on the short end, tonight they needed every one of those, and with Bowman and Madison in there just really battling, Flames kind of collect those rebounds to finish off big possessions and get the job done.
After the ball game, we had a chance to catch up with Flames head coach Richie McKay and the rest of the Flames to talk about the mental toughness that the team exuded here tonight.
I'm proud of our guys for continuing to believe in the system and believe in one another. And I think because of that, our returners from last year have influenced our young guys, our freshmen. And there's a confidence that's not arrogant, that's really helped our team get stronger, not only physically but mentally.
We have some great mental toughness, some great character with our guys, and that's something that, it's just working on every day. We were here all summer working on it. We were here in the fall working on it, and that's just the daily grind has got us where we're at right now. It was a great play call by Coach, first off, and, we executed it perfectly. Georgia made a great pass off of a great drive, and I just had a room and rhythm look that I practice every day and knocked it down.
We feel like we have a chance to go into every game and win just because of our defense. We have the best defense in the conference, I believe, and our coaches believe that, and it shows every night when we go out there and play. So we know if we come out and we play defense like we're supposed to, then that'll give us a great chance at winning every game.
Once again, Flames win at 55-52 here over the Panthers tonight. And both teams, Paul, we kind of talked about it earlier, playing a little bit tired. Both teams playing 3 games in 6 days. So that might have had something to do with a little bit of the offensive inconsistency as well. But, we talked to Coach after the ball game, and, that mental toughness, he spoke to a confidence that this team now has. Not an arrogance, but a confidence that every time they step out onto the floor, they expect to win, and 7 straight wins will help you do that. Where have you seen that confidence really show up, though, in this team?
Well, I think it's late game. We're sort of calling it winning time, but defensively they're doing a great job. Offensively, they seem to get enough to those last 3 or 4 minutes, and then I've just seen their confidence in. Late game, little things can or hang in the balance. They can win it for you or lose it for you, and with a group that's still very young, they've made great decisions, great plays. They take care of the ball. They don't panic. They find the open guy, and they step up and hit some big shots, or opponents foul, and they get to the free throw line and hit with confidence. So just those late game, last 3 minutes, just so impressed with how this young group is really winning games in a different way on a different night.
And not even, I agree with you on the winning time, those moments, those clutch moments down the stretch, but not even just that. I mean, think back to, it was right around the under 16 timeout in the second half. Flames were down, 1-2 points somewhere.
Yeah.
Right, Ryan Kemwright had a little 5-0 burst right there, knocked down a big three, and just is really showing that confidence in those spots to knock down those big shots when they have to. Well, looking ahead, Winthrop coming up next for the Flames. That'll be a 2 o'clock start now in Rock Hill, South Carolina on Saturday afternoon. Of course, the Eagles play on Wednesday, so right now the Flames technically a half game up in first place, but if Winthrop wins its game on Wednesday, you got a first-place showdown coming up at the Rock on Saturday.
Wow, what a game that's going to be. It's going to be a war. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow night, but, all things are kind of pointing to that thing being just a huge game for the winner and kind of being able to kind of push ahead. But it's
even if Liberty's ahead by a game going into that, Winthrop wins, they have the tiebreaker.
Yes,
so,
yes, and Winthrop's just a quality team. I mean, they've got a well-balanced team with scorers and defenders, and so it's going to take a maximum effort. But the big thing is the guys get a day to rest tomorrow, and then as they prepare for the next few days, it's going to be exciting down here in Rock Hill.
Should be a lot of fun. 2 o'clock tip-off in Rock Hill, South Carolina on Saturday, Liberty and Winthrop. But here tonight in the Vine Center, the Flames complete the season sweep of the Panthers from High Point, 55-52 the final score. For Paul Nazigan, my name is Nick Pierce for the Liberty Flames Sports Network.